Hello and welcome back to Digital Assets Daily. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in your corner of the world. Ripple CTO shares email that led to his entry in Ripple. So according to a chat shared by David Schwartz, aka Joel Katz, the application email was directed to Jed McCaleb, the co-founder of Ripple. And he shares on Twitter, "This is the first email exchange between Jed and I that led him to hiring me." And let's just click on the post, actually, the tweet, so you can see clearly what it says. So now directly on David Schwartz's page, in an email directly to Jed McCaleb, formerly co-founder of Ripple and currently with, founding Stellar. So the direct email that David had sent is posted, and here is what it says. "This is the first email exchange between Jed and I that led him to hiring me." And right in it says, "I'm interested in the lead software engineer position. I currently have the highest reputation on Bitcoin's Stack Overflow site. I'm also an active participant in the Bitcoin forums and a respected member of the Bitcoin community. I've been working on a Bitcoin successor myself. After seeing what has worked well and what has not worked well, you can find some of my public writings on the subject at these locations." And he provides the link stating, "I think I'm an exceptionally good fit because of my specialized knowledge in cryptocurrencies and my decades of C++ development experience. Sincerely, David Schwartz." So that's pretty cool, sharing a little bit of history right there. So thanks, David. Also, too, India's push to regulate cryptocurrencies gets support from the IMF, the US, and the G20. India's push to regulate the cryptocurrencies gained support from both the IMF and the US on Saturday as finance chiefs of the bloc wrap up 2 days of talks. And if I'm not mistaken, they all have or are in trials with CBDCs as well. Also, two analysts says XLM is moving in lockstep with XRP. No need to really dive into that one. We've shown that since the very, very beginning of this channel. And we took a lot of heat from the XRP community on showing that. But now I think a great majority of the XRP channel, now that we've brought it to their attention, is now a fan of XLM. Also, too, this was very interesting. Iraq is to drop the dollar in a trade with China. Iraq's central bank is set to allow trade with China to be settled in yuan. Iraqi imports from China have previously been financed in USD, and last year U.S. regulators began enforcing controls on transactions by Iraqi commercial banks, which caused a dollar shortage in Iraq. Right now, they're having discussions for the past few weeks in Washington, D.C. in regards to how to eliminate the dollar smuggling. The traditional rate was very similar to the Kuwait dinar, around 3.2 to 3.8 Iraqi dinar to 1 USD. So right now it has been as high as 1600-ish and higher on the black market, dinar to 1 USD. And then it would drop to 1460, and I believe the now going rate is 1300 on discussions of dropping to 1000. And it was stated, basically within the Iraq leadership and administration, to not sell your dinar because it will soon be stronger than the USD. So it would be nice to see the discussion is 1-to-1. They're talking about floating the dinar, and also too, the discussion is the reason it's not made public mainstream news is because why would they go to work if they have millions of dollars now instantly over the bank? So I guess what it was stated was they needed to complete the processes before they were going live, so that no one left and quit working before this was finished. Sounds a lot like XRP and the Ripple, in the sense that it was the discussion a few years ago that the price of XRP couldn't really do an incremental rise because people would start getting wealthy and just quit working at Ripple. So that was the whole discussion a few years ago again on why the price would have to be instantaneous and implemented overnight to wake up to a high price once everything was complete and there were no more delays. So again, that was why we had mentioned they needed something to cause a delay. And then bingo, we had the court case. Again, we'll follow this and see how it plays out. There's a lot of scenarios we've discussed on the who, what, when, wheres, and whys. And it's just interesting to see how they all get released and how they play out as we continue to move forward. Also, too, on the update with XRPayNet, I think they just listed a new asset, an XRPL asset into the wallet. I believe it was LUC. I do not hold it. My apologies. I didn't follow it. You can feel free to go to XRPayNet at Twitter and see, but I believe it was LUC. One thing I was interested in is now there's 10 billion tokens burned throughout 2022. As I posted yesterday on Twitter, congrats to everyone at XRPayNet for working so hard. Because at the end of 2022, they just kept on slamming everything through, building partnerships globally and doing some massive work on building their internal team as well. So I think it's very exciting to see what happens in 2023 because now they've, again, burning 10 billion tokens, permanently gone or should I say forever gone in 2022. And then you had partnerships across the UAE with retail. I'm sorry, totally blanking. With retail. And they have currently a thing going on right now with Reaper. A bit confusing. I don't entirely understand what's going on with Reaper. Feel free to comment below if you can simplify it with a quick post on the clarity with Reaper. But again, that's something too that's getting voted in right now, burning more tokens per your vote. You can actually go there as well and click on the XRPayNet if you're interested on voting in it. If I understood it correctly, it was like a burn per vote or some kind of a percentage like that. But either which way, that's only a good thing for me. We saw, Stellar do that and cut their supply significantly with burns from having the same amount of tokens basically as Ripple at 100 billion, and then they burned the supply down to 50 billion. So again, it just adds more value to the asset, increasing the price as well. All right, guys, remember this is not financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. And as always, before we go, I want to leave you with a final thought. He who does not understand your silence will probably not understand your words. Much love, and we will catch you in the next one.